Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I got a box to open. If this box looks familiar, it's because all of the boxes, seemingly, that come from Rivers Edge Cutlery happen to look just like this. I'm really excited to open this. I know one thing that's in here, but they teased me in a DM and made it sound like there might be something else in here as well. So we are going to find out together. If you've read the caption, I'm sure it at least says something that's in here. But to me, it's going to be a bit of a surprise. Helping me unbox Asher Nomad. Been enjoying that knife thus far. Let's bust into here. Alright, first we have some paper. Oh, no way. So, I don't know why or how they would know this. I don't think I've even verbalized it yet. But I have started searching a little bit for a new strop for two reasons. A, I already have a strop somewhere, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is. And B, I just wanted a new one, a bigger one. The one I have is really small. This is actually branded with Rivers Edge Cutlery on it. That's pretty rad. I did not know that they were up to this. Looks like it's got some nice stropping compound on it. I'm not sure what type of compound it is. It's black. But this is going to be awesome. I've started doing a little bit more and more on my KME. I still need to do a video of a sharpening on that. But this is going to be super helpful because I love stropping. Stropping, frankly, saves me from doing a lot of sharpening, because if I strop after hard use and bring the knife back to where it's supposed to be, then I don't have to sharpen it. But sometimes you have to get to sharpening. And even then, the strop is handy. I like to strop after I sharpen. I feel like it's a worthwhile step. And then the other surprise that's in here is also going to come in super handy for Jake at Bearded Gear, because it is a freaking Switchblade Comb. How rad is this little thing? I feel like when I was like a teenager, a friend of mine might have given me one of these, if I'm remembering correctly, in like a Christmas white elephant. But I didn't have a beard at the time, and so I don't know where that thing is. And this is so dope. This is going to come in handy. So it's literally like an old school switchblade design. Let's see how this works. Oh, it's got a lock. Oh, look at that. Coolest comb ever. So this will be a lot of fun. And it even is stamped stainless steel. I don't know if I was in a life or death situation, if I'd want to use this as a weapon, but it'll be a cool comb. Very, very cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate that little side giftage inside my order. And now the thing that I knew was coming, the thing that I ordered, is the Tengu Flipper. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Jake, this is very abnormal for you. It doesn't seem like a knife that would be your style, and you are correct. This is not a knife that is my typical style, although ever since the Tengu came out, I've liked the way it looked. I thought it's a cool looking knife, and I've been curious about it. The reasons why it doesn't seem like a total me knife is because it doesn't have a pocket clip. I don't own any knives currently that don't have pocket clips that I can think of. Maybe like a knife from back when I was a kid or something that's just sitting in a drawer somewhere. But I don't really, it's not my style to carry like traditional knives, slip joints, backlocks. Knives that don't have clips don't generally appeal to me. I can appreciate the way they look sometimes, but I've just never felt the need to jump on one. And this one, I just keep seeing so much all over the place, and people seem to like it, and it's a design that I like aesthetically, like the materials that they're using. As you can see, it comes in this nice leather pouch. I don't know whether I'll carry it in this pouch or just kind of freeball it in the pocket. Go commando. We'll see. But yeah, it comes in a nice leather kind of slip, I guess. There's no clip on this slip or anything, so it's not like this is going to clip into my pocket. I know a lot of people will run a leather slip with a clip on it that they then slip their traditional into, and then they just keep that in the pocket. They pull the knife in and out. Maybe I'll do something like that if I end up liking it, but The moral of the story is I'm going to be doing a week-long carry challenge in my typical fashion. I'm about to finish my Bradford Guardian one. I think today is the last day of that, technically. So I'll be filming that review and those results here very soon. I'm EDCing a fixed blade, and then I'm going to immediately jump into EDCing a clipless knife to see how it goes for me. I am not sure what the results are going to be yet, but let's check this knife out, shall we? I've been really excited for this one. A little bit of leather on there. So the handle scale material is G10, from what I understand. Seems consistent with what I am feeling here. It's got this nice kind of shield crest in it, very traditional-esque. As you can see, it's kind of a layered G10, so we've got black on the surface, and then it goes down to white G10, and then the back spacer is this really cool stacked black and white G10 as well. Is that focusing? This looks pretty nice to me. I like aesthetically how simple and minimalist this knife is. As you can see, it's got a flipper tab. So this is kind of a traditional knife pattern, but it's using quite modern materials, and it's locking. It's a liner lock, it's a flipper, so let's see how it flips. Oh, okay. I like that. I had just recently heard someone say that their detent was pretty stiff. This doesn't feel stiff at all to me. Not that it's like light or loose either, but that's a good crisp break. I like that quite a bit. So yeah, we've got 20 CV blade steel. It is a Tanto profile, obviously, as you can see. I like the grind out to the tip. I feel like that looks pretty cool. I feel like most of the Tantos that I've had or seen lately have been compound grind Tantos, where they'll put a secondary grind for the tip. This one is not that way, but as you can see, the result, the edge out to the tip gets really, really thick, like the bevel itself, because of how thick the material gets up to the tip there. I think that looks pretty cool, frankly. I kind of dig that. It's got a nice, very small swedge out to the tip as well. It's a cool looking blade. In terms of thinness behind the edge, I would call this thick behind the edge, frankly. It's a flat grind. It's a pretty short blade in this direction, and it's a pretty thick blade stock, especially considering the overall size of this knife. So yeah, it's definitely not thin behind the edge, but the edge does feel sharp. We'll see how it does performance-wise in terms of actual cutting. First initial thought on that is I feel like this knife would probably be better suited to be really slicey and thin behind the edge, just based on the way I see this knife fitting as kind of like a secondary or fifth pocket or coat pocket knife. Like when I think of little what are they called? Slip joints, stuff like that. Knives that are in a similar pattern to this that I would kind of put in this arena. I think of very thin, like Swiss Army knives. Swiss Army knives have very thin blade stock. Slip joints that I've played with over the years have seemed to be quite thin behind the edge, kind of precise. This feels beefy compared to anything like that in terms of the way this blade is actually ground. But I do barely get a full four-finger grip on this, and I like there's no jimping anywhere. That's a positive for me. The lockup seems nice. It is centered well. Yeah, it looks just right to me. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm excited to give this a shot and see how it does. It is going to be outside of my comfort zone to not have a clip right here. It's just all of the knives that I carry, unless they're a fixed blade, all of the folding knives that I carry have a clip on them. Every single one. That's the way that I carry my knives. My primary clips into my front right pocket, right where it goes every time, same way, regardless of the knife, it's clipped in the same spot. My secondary knife usually goes lately clipped into my back left pocket. I don't know whether I'm just going to tuck this into a fifth pocket, whether I'm going to chuck it in my back pocket in this. We'll see. Time will tell. So that is upcoming, but anyways, huge thank you to the guys over at Rivers Edge Cutlery. If you're not familiar with them, then you're either new to my channel or you haven't been listening when I've been talking. I freaking adore Rivers Edge Cutlery. They have been a huge supporter of the channel, both with just helping me to get gear and get gear quick, and every time I order anything from them, it's so freaking fast. They just sent this like maybe 2 days ago, and there's like fires happening. I don't know what kind of spell they have over USPS getting stuff to me, but everything they ever send me gets here so fast. And the guys over there are just awesome to communicate with. They're genuine EDC dudes who are into the hobby, appreciate gear themselves, and just really, really cool guys. So if you're looking for a knife, go to them. I will link these items on their site, assuming I can find the listings for those. I should be able to. I'll go ahead and link to each of these items on their site below, as well as their Instagram, and yeah, check them out the next time that you're looking to get something. I can't recommend them highly enough, and I appreciate you guys as always, Rivers Edge Cutlery. So there you have it. I guess that'll be this unboxing. Let me hold up all the things. So we have the Tengu, the Switchblade Comb, and a strop. So these are all going to come in very handy, because I like to strop my knives, I like to keep my beard looking relatively civilized, and I'm excited to try out the Tengu, and see how it does in pocket for a week. Thanks guys, appreciate you watching.